They filter this green water and it comes back clean into the fish. And that way we are saving our water. And then the vegetables purify our water back into the fish. It's a saturating system, saving water. We are using harvested water, so we have to save it because we are depending on season. In there, we do have many plants that we grow. There we have English cucumber, we have kale, we have harvested so many tomatoes from here. We have the zucchinis. Families come and get the zucchinis, the fruits. They've been harvesting so many fruits. The zucchinis, even those ones are still coming. It still continues. Even so many. We've been harvesting them, and these ones have grown in just 1 month and a half. Someone is able to feed. And cucumber to feed and the fruit and vegetables. Why that quick germination? Because hydroponics, the system is so light for the plants. They don't stress to pick nutrients as compared to soil-grown plants. Imagine in soil like this, if I grew my plant there, it will stress to pick nutrients. But here, the media I'm using is porous. It is porous in that the roots easily bathe the fertilizers, the organic fertilizers from the fish pool. Our hydroponic system, we have the deep water culture, where we are growing lettuce. Because of the temperature now, it's a little bit withered. Growing crops on water without the use of soil. Soilless farming. Babies can have this at home, and they also have their gardens. We do grow various herbs, the celery, the parsley, the different mints. Whatever you want, you can grow it hydroponically. So in here we have the aquaculture section, we have the hydroponics section, and the aquaponics where fish is integrated with the vegetables, whereby the fish feeds the vegetable with manure water, or the vegetables feed the fish by purifying its water. One feeds on the other. And in here, we also add in the chicken, poultry, so that we can serve at the poultry dam. The dam falling into the water tank, the fish water tank. Then the fish is able to feed in that dam, and the fish is able to serve the plants with its manure, while the plants are purifying water back into the fish. And guess you can also feed your poultry with the plants. So it's growing in a symbiotic relationship, one feeding the other. The plants are feeding the chicken, chicken is feeding the fish, and the fish is feeding the plants. Everything grown organically. How do we minimize our consumption? Yes, we are harvesting water, that is work done, but again we have a challenge of power because we are using pumps, which is a bit difficult to someone low income earner in the rural area. So we put these timers still under housing in a consumer box coming. These timers are set in a way that we can use them to target what crop should feed at what time. So our tower gardens, our pop gardens, our gardens, they all set on timers, and that's how we are able to reserve the power consumption. These timers are running the pumps down there in the drainage tank, and they are timed in about 10 minutes, then it gets off. It can water twice a day, and that way we are able to save on water. In this demonstration farm, we have our tower garden, as we are teaching people how to maximize small spaces. We locally came up with this, and this has 40 pots, meaning 40 crops can be grown vertically, occupying just inches and centimeters down. Imagine if I was to grow 40 crops horizontal on the ground, what space it would take. But when we are growing vertically, we are able to productively maximize our spaces, even those with big chunks of land in the villages, in the rural setting. They also need to be productively maximizing their chunk. Then we have, away from the tower garden, we have the maple craft garden. You can do it with raised beds, the way you see them. We do raise them, we grow down. These ones we are finishing the harvest, and they are also able to be grown in healthy feeders, tomatoes, fruits and vegetables, whatever I can think of, even watermelons. We also have this frame, it's timber frame. It's been here for years, and in it, under it, we have an under pond. It could be an earthen pond for someone who can dare to dig. Someone who can't afford buying mesh or wood can just dig and fit a pond liner in it, and also rear fish. This wicking bed is also locally made. We have our plants grown here, and these plants do feed from the fish. We just harvested the fish. Now going to stock in more, and the fish serving the plants as well. This is the concept. We have our stepped garden. The stepped garden can also be used in a home. Someone who has very limited space can go with a stepped garden. We also integrate our garden with herbs and spices. This is rosemary. These are different mints. We have peppermint there, we have spearmint, we have the oreganos, we have many mints. They are good as herbs to our bodies, but also are good in repelling away the insects, the pests, the diseases that attack our vegetables. So I am happy to have these ones working as my way of limiting and eliminating pests and diseases.